Good morning. We're going to call it Friday Focus, I think, today. So the quote of the day, straight into it, and I'm reading it from my book Gold. This is not a marketing ploy, it's just I need to read it from something. This is where I got the quote from. Let's get on with the quote. The quote is, "If I've seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." So I'm going to go into that, but there's two sides of looking at that. People who ask for help from giants, or if you are a giant yourself. Now, just before, I'm just going to wait for a few people to join us. Where did the quotes come from? Please send them in. That's where they come from. So if you've got a really nice quote, maybe if it means something personal to you, please send it in. I say send it in. On a postcard. No. So put it in the comments. Put it on the comments, and I will read the comments. And there you go. The quote's there. Where do I get my quotes from? So I get it from the book. I've got loads of quotes in my latest book, Gold. I've also got a wall full of quotes. But where did those quotes come from? From people sending them in. Putting them on the comments. God, so makes me feel so old, isn't it? Podcasts, books, etc. Anyway, let's just move on from that. I just feel like I'm showing my age. It takes me back to Blue Peter when you wanted to ask a question, you had to put it on a postcard and send it in. Right, so the quote. So this is kind of like a bit of a shout out and a thank you to all the people that have helped me, all the giants that I've asked for help. By standing on their shoulders, I can see further. Now, I will actually clarify that I can't see further yet. In my vision I can. I have a great vision. But I haven't really got any results yet. But that's fine. So I've asked for a lot of help from a lot of people. I've been through my mental health journey, which I guess I'm still going on really, but it was more prominent at the beginning, obviously. And a lot of people reached out. They sent me messages, some people sent me books, some people sent me advice, some people just gave me help. I've obviously had help from Olga and Mark, which I've already mentioned, from coaching and therapy sessions and havening. So loads of people have helped me, and I've realised, I think probably from coaching and stuff, that I've realised that if I want to achieve, and I always want to achieve, and I have a two-year plan, which I'm very excited about, and I realised that the only way that I'm going to achieve that plan at the end, so I vision myself in the future, in 2 years' time, the only way I'm going to be there is by asking for help and standing on the shoulders of giants. And it is about finding those giants, and I'm always thinking about it, and the more you think about your plan and what you want, and as you move on, more giants come to your mind. Oh, I could ask that person, I could reach out to that person, I could reconnect with that person and ask for help. And it's exciting, it really is, because when I've realised that as I do this, I do really have to be open and honest. Still struggle with the word vulnerable, and I don't think really vulnerable comes into it apart from asking for help, but just explaining why I want the help and the reasons behind it. If you're sincere about it, that's when people really buy into it. They really want to follow you on your journey. They're excited. They're like, yeah, let's do this. That sounds great. How can I help you? Whereas if you just like want all the time, then it doesn't quite work, as I've found. So yeah, by explaining, and it does take longer. It does take longer to explain why you want it, what your journey is for your golden soul, as I'd say, as to why you want it. Now, there's lots of people who have helped me, and I've mentioned that. I was talking to Lise K. Bell last night, and that was really interesting about the plans that we've potentially got with workshops in the Middle East and all sorts of things. So and this is not about the people that have helped me, but sometimes people ask me for help, and it's very hard for me to resist. I think when you start the sentence with "Can you help me?" it's like, oh right, let me just clear my desk. So this is a spin on, if you are a giant yourself and you've been asked for help, then I've appreciate and realise that you need to follow through, because if you don't, for somebody like me who's really struggled, who's really gone out of my comfort zone to ask for help, if that person then says yes, but then they don't help me, it's really hard, because you think, that's what I thought. I thought they would be too busy. I thought that maybe they didn't really want to. And you get all these negative thoughts, and I know it's wrong, but this is it was hard enough to ask for help, and when you get knocked back or turned down, or the help never comes, it kind of confirms your deep, darkest fears that maybe you shouldn't have asked for help in the first time. So it is a spin on, if you have been asked for help, or if you've reached out to someone, keep reaching out. So if you checked up on somebody just to see if they're okay, because they've said, you know, they've expressed that they're going through a bit of a tough time, just keep reaching out. I'm pretty sure that they're, you know, after 1 week, they're not okay. They might be, fingers crossed they are, but I think it's your duty to keep checking in. Not for the rest of your life, maybe, but just every now and again, if they've had the guts, the courage to reach out. So, I think that's pretty much it, really. A bigger thank you to all the people that have helped me so far, and that it's ongoing. And the same for me. I love doing these videos because it kind of confirms to me what I need to keep doing. And I've been asked for help, so I'm going to follow up and just check in on people. Bit of accountability sometimes, I think that's always good. So the quote, one last time, if I can remember it without reading it. If I can see further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Okay, so that's your Friday focus, your fantastic Friday. Have a great Friday, have a great weekend. I'm off to go and do my early morning swim with my mum. She's visiting at the moment, so I'm going to go for a swim with my mum, and then having a great weekend. 2 presentations, all to do with scouting. Some other time, maybe I'll mention that on Monday. Okay, right, quotes in the comments. No postcards necessary. See you later, bye.